What's wrong? Nothing. I know you can't help yourself.
That!
You can't help yourself.
She's just eating chocolate.
And he's thinking, God, you can't stop. God, you can't stop, can you?
Anytime you see chocolate, you have to eat it.
Guys,
Girls.
can I ask a favor?
Yes, you can.
Do you mind if today, just to wibble wobble, can we do the question of the week at the end?
Sure.
Or somewhere in the middle?
Sure.
Just when we fancy it?
Fair.
Gang. I like it when we change things up. I'm a weird creature of habit.
Yeah.
But when it comes to being forced, even though there's literally no forcing,
Yeah, I know what you
forced
mean.
into routine, I get bored.
I know what you mean.
Just a quick
Do you want to
switcheroo. No. Daddy Fantasy will happen when Daddy Fantasy happens. Yeah, I don't. Here's another. You can't tell Daddy Fantasy to pull up half an hour
Unannounced,
earlier.
yeah.
Then he won't have it.
Yeah, say less.
Yeah, he's gonna be a little grumpy boy.
All right, say less, say less, say less.
So yeah, he's not gonna have it. But one thing I did want to say to start off, I had a very interesting interaction the other day at the petrol station.
Okay.
Indeed. So, as you know, Daddy hates small talk.
Oh, who doesn't?
Yeah, I hate it. I don't like small talk at all.
Yeah.
And I went to the petrol station the other day, right? And at the BP station near my house, there's a gay guy that works there behind the counter. And there's a couple times he's complimented my car and said, "Oh, you can take me for a ride whenever you want. Hee ha ha." Or, "Oh, if you want to leave me the keys, I'll give it back to you next week. Hee hee ha ha."
Yeah.
I kind of just be like, "Shut up, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me pay."
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate the small talk. The other day I went in there, right? And I see him. He calls me over. And I'm like, "Gang, pump 7, whatever." And he goes to me, "How's your day going?" I was like, "It's chill, bro. How's your day going?" And he was like, "Well," he did the typical, "Haven't killed anyone yet."
Okay.
So I guess it's going so far so good.
Yeah.
I said, "All right, that's cool, man." I'm waiting to tap my phone on the Apple Pay. He said, "To be fair, even if I had killed someone," what he said, "Even if I had killed someone, there's no way I'm going back to jail. I'd have to do a runner." I said, "What?" And I'm trying to be nonchalant.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Right." And he
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah, I'm never going back there." He said, "I thought it would be chill.
We're going to jail.
I thought going to jail would be chill." He said, "I was someone's wife in 30 seconds." He said, "They passed me around like nothing."
Oh.
I said, "Fam," and you know, I was so livid.
Yeah, why?
I was trying my hardest not to laugh.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I wanted to be like, "Why are you telling me this, man?"
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was pissing myself. And he was like, "Yeah, I was someone's wife in 30 seconds. They passed me around like I was nothing."
Damn.
He was like, "I'm never going back there."
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
exhausting. And then he kicked me with the, anyway, that's £78.50.
You can't just...
Yeah, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I was thinking, this is a comedian.
Yeah.
He's a comedian.
That's hilarious.
That was the single funniest experience of my life from a complete stranger, because I hate talking to strangers.
Yeah.
So you could actually be really, really funny. And if you're just interrupting my day, I'm already like, whatever.
Yeah.
You could say something really funny and I'm like, whatever, bro. And dude, this guy killed it.
Fair play.
He killed it.
Fair play.
And I left there and that was a week ago. I've been thinking about it since. Not him, but it.
Yeah, I know what
Not
you mean.
it, but like the story. not his battle.
Not his adventures.
I was like, damn, bro, off the cuff.
Yeah.
I said, if I had killed someone, I'm going to run. I ain't going to take me back to Ben. I said, like, they bitched me up in seconds.
30 seconds.
30 seconds, I was someone's wife.
Pass me around.
A wife.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wife.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's when you hold their fucking thing in it, no?
In their pocket.
Their pocket or
yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
You hold the inside of their pocket.
Yeah.
Just let them run, that's my wife.
Nah, man.
Question, no, for real. So I was streaming the other. You look like you want to say something, Ernest.
No, I'm just thinking, mate.
Oh, you're just
wrap
your head around the
yeah,
story.
yeah. Jeez.
I was on prison TikTok the other day on stream.
Stream. Okay, fair.
Yeah, they go through it there,
Yeah.
and there's people on there doing TikToks and like showing their cell and stuff. One thing I will say, the washing up liquid they have using in there, inhumane.
Washing up liquid.
Yeah, they're washing because they wash their. First of all, they wash their shit. So they collect like little plates and bowls, and maybe they'll get gifted some cereal or some shit like that, and there's like little bits in there. And they use the same sink they wash their hands and wash their face and all that kind of stuff. Is the same sink that they have to wash their pots and their cups and shit.
Yeah,
brother, they had, what is it? I can't remember the brand name, but it's like the cheap brand that you'll get from like One Stop or whatever. Yeah, of washing up liquid. It was like 79p washing up liquid. And I saw that and gasped. And I was like, they're really doing these boys dirty. They're really
not gonna get fairy liquid.
Yeah, they're not gonna get fairy, but damn, bro. I don't even know if you'll find it on here because it's own brand.
I think I know what you mean. The logo's a shopping trolley, isn't it?
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah!
They sell it at Londi's all the time.
Yes,
like,
bro, Londi's, bro, is the one I said.
Let me find it.
Londi's is the fucking example I used on stream, bro.
Yeah,
Londi's washing up liquid.
Literally, the logo is like a basket.
Yo, dude, Euro shopper. Yes, bro.
Oh,
this
wow.
shit right here.
Yep.
That's exactly what they had that man using in pen.
Yep.
I was like, free Wheezy Ho. That's what I said. Bro, because that's inhumane. And there was a guy doing get ready with me's. And yo,
That changed the whole trajectory.
There was a UK brother doing get ready with me's, bro.
In jail?
I was locked. Yeah. He had a gym outfit. He had the yard outfit.
Yeah.
And but what, you know what broke my heart?
What?
He had a visiting day outfit. He was dressed up to the nines. Yeah, he was dressed up real nice for his visiting day outfit.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, and
We don't know what he's done. He
He could have hurt someone.
Yeah, but it's still heartbreaking.
Yeah, he still deserves.
Still a human being.
Yeah. And he was spraying himself and stuff.
Oh, damn.
I was like, that's rough.
That is rough.
And it was straight back to the trackies after visiting day. I was like, damn, man, these men are going through it.
That's rough.
But that's exactly the washing up liquid they had. And I was, that's sickening. That's fucking sickening.
I disagree.
Fair?
I disagree. Like, I don't think. Why do you think that's sickening? Because it's not fairy liquid, or because it's not up to like
Health code.
because it's not up to like the UK civvies law or whatever.
I don't know, bro. It's just certain people get triggered by certain things.
And you're triggered by the fact that people in pen
are used in Euro shopper washing up liquid.
Washing up liquid.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. There's
I think it makes economical sense.
Yeah, I think it makes economic sense. It just triggered me. I don't know why. It's just I was shocked by that.
Okay.
I was shocked by that. And they were using Radox shampoo, not Radox 2-in-1. Yeah, so they were using Radox 2-in-1. I was like, this is diabolical. I don't know why it triggered me because I would see a guard beat him up, and I'd be like, to be fair, he probably did something real bad. But
and then you see this,
the Radox 2-in-1. I was like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. £1.50, bro. They're giving it away. And that's Waitrose.
Fair.
That means at the corner shop, that's £1.
Yeah. Fair.
Damn, bro. Yeah, they're really suffering out there.
But you said, can I ask you a question? That's what you're gonna say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think you could actually make it 25 to life without clarting the bread? If they were
I guess the answer is no.
If they were throwing Nyash at you. Throwing it and top. Okay, let's not say Nyash. Top.
Can I go 25 without top? 25
Do you think
to life
you could
without
actually
top?
make it 25 to life without top? And then throwing it at you.
Yeah, but I'm actually trying to put my mindset.
And to say, let's say you can't fap. Let's say your celly is one massive brer. And anytime he feels that bed wobble a little bit, he's like, fucking stop it. Yeah. He's basing his like, fucking stop.
That would put the fear of God in me.
You lose your boner immediately.
Immediately, yeah. And you know I can't do an imaginary.
Yeah, you can't. Also,
I need a fake.
Yeah,
I need
there's
a phone.
nothing.
Yeah.
Every time you're yelling at outside, send you cheeks. Guys, confiscate it. They just let you see a peek at the envelope and peek at it, and they snatch that, John.
I'll be like, God, please, please,
God.
I'll be like, please.
Nah, bro. They snatched that. That's in the rec room.
Oh God, 25 to life. If I'm actually deep in it, put my mindset in the life of a prisoner. The answer obviously is no.
You won't be able to make it?
I won't be able to make it. But I also, the thing is, I can't disassociate the food of right now. Because I also can't justify the reason as to why I won't be able to make it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you're asking me this now, and I'm thinking, right now, of course I can make it.
Yeah.
Because I've lived 34 years
Yeah.
without getting top from a guy. Because why would I? Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? But if I go down today and not be able to receive top again unless it's from a man, 25-2,
Yeah.
perspectives might shift.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Perspectives might shift.
Okay. So
I
let's
won't
say
be
you
proud of it.
Yeah, I know you won't be proud. But also, there's no judgment in there, bro.
There isn't.
There isn't. But let's say you're a top boy and they're not really. The ones who are judging ain't saying nothing.
Because I'm up there.
For some reason, you're up there.
Yeah, but if also I'm up there, there's no reason why I shouldn't be getting a drawn in.
They can't do that. It's
No
prison.
No conjugals now.
Nothing, bro. No female guards, nothing.
I was just about to
no
say,
female
young
guards,
guard
nothing.
Do you have top done?
Yeah,
I'm swaying someone.
Nothing. Bro, I'm telling you, they're not even letting you get nudes in there.
There's no point in being a top dog then, is there?
You still need to survive. You need to eat.
Fair.
And people always work in their scenario. No one's gonna. You're not gonna be in pen, have the opportunity to be a top dog, realize there's no Tom, and be like, "What's no point? I'll give it to someone else. Someone else can be top dog.
Fair.
I'm just gonna be a little runaround."
Fair.
Also, okay, so let's say respectfully you've made it 10.
Okay.
10 years. You wouldn't,
I would.
because the first year is the hardest.
Yeah.
Year 1 and 2,
Yeah.
you're breaking.
Yeah.
There's no way. No one's making it 10 and then
Yeah,
breaking.
yeah,
You're gonna make it after the first year.
Yeah.
You're gonna break after the first year. Do you think you'd feel comfortable having a girlfriend who's
I'm
giving you regular top?
I'm doing like I'm not coming out. Is this the scenario?
You're not
Or-
coming out of pen.
I'm not
You're doing 25 to L.
guaranteed.
Well, for the next 25 guaranteed.
Yeah,
Maybe
and-
12 on good behavior, but that's not up to you. You don't know.
Yeah.
So let's say you've gone in there under the assumption you're gone for 25.
Well, my 34. That's like 57.
Yeah, you're gonna be an old ass man, bro, when you come
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
So like you've accustomed to this life.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a rare throw-in opportunity for top.
Yeah.
You put him off for a whole year, and then one day he's just gargling mouthwash, and you're like, for fuck's sake. You get your top, you get your release, and you're like, let me get on with my day. I've got runners to do stuff. Now, everyone's heard you got a big wood. All the galley have heard you got a big wood.
Galley is crazy.
And then,
Galley is crazy.
do you think you'd have a missus, or would you just throw around and just get multiple throat?
In all, I don't think I'd have a missus, because I think if I'm trying to put myself in prison shoes, I think if I had a missus, I would probably. How am I trying to articulate this? I'll be pissed off if they get released.
And they can run around saying that Fear's my boyfriend?
No, it's not even that, because if that's my missus, I would make it known that she or he is only mine. Do you see what I'm saying?
He's yours.
He's yours. So I feel like if I know I'm staying in pen, for me to start again will be long. Do you see what I'm saying? So like, I would also be bad mind and double down and make sure my wife doesn't leave. And I don't want to be that kind of person.
Wow, you'd want to commit a crime on their behalf, so they have to stay in pen
You see what
and keep
I'm saying?
giving you top?
Yeah. So I was like, I think this is why I think I would just be free for all.
Free for all.
Yeah.
Do you think top will be enough, or do you think you'll develop into Nyash?
I would like to believe top will be enough. I would genuinely like to believe top will be enough.
Cool. Last question. Do you think you'd forever, because the first instance was survival.
What?
Yeah, the first.
Getting top?
Yeah, you got top because you can't think.
Oh, okay, cool.
You can't fap, you can't think, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
So now you've got the top. Do you think moving forward, it's still going to be when you're at your wit's end? Or do you think it's just...
Well, I'm 10
now,
years deep.
3, 4, 5, whatever.
Nah.
It's just whenever you want it.
I think it's just because it's Wednesday, bro.
Damn.
I'm being honest. If I know I'm in pen for 25 plus...
I heard apparently... So Donnie's in pen. This has nothing to do with Nash. Donnie's and Penn train themselves to fap quick.
Okay.
Fap nap quick, because they have to do it on a sneaky thing.
Oh, why?
Because you can't do like a 5-minute stroke sesh in your cell.
Oh,
when
in your
there's-
cell. I think you meant like in like the shower or the toilet or wherever.
Wherever they're doing it.
Okay.
Apparently they train themselves to just have a free moment as kaka.
Okay.
And they learn to nut quick just from fapping. And that's how they nut
Okay.
Like in Penn, obviously. Unless you're Frakes and you're getting top from Donny's. And apparently when they get out, it's really difficult for them to clap.
That makes sense.
They can't nut from Tom.
That makes sense. I mean, you're accustomed, especially it depends on how long you've been in jail for. They're accustomed to their hand or whatever they're using, and that makes sense.
Yeah, there's no
That's tough.
Yeah, there's also no in Penn. There's no romance anymore. There's no build up. There's nothing. It's just
Yeah.
like I can't concentrate.
I
need to
knock
nut
one out.
and just quick nut. And there's no more. I'm imagining my girl and we're kissing and I'm going down and she's topping me up. None of that. It's just ga done. That's the only way they can nut.
Oh, crazy.
So yeah, when they get home with their girl, bro, nothing.
Yeah.
They've completely disassociated from flesh.
Yeah. Similar to the dilemma we had on the log cabin.
Log cabin, patreon.com/ShxtsnGigs.
Come on. Same questions for you. Do you feel like you would get top? Do you feel like you'd be getting yashed and all of this stuff?
Nash never. Nash would scare me. Because if I saw a hairy batty hole, I'll scream. If I saw a hairy batty hole, I would scream. And I'll know exactly where I'm at.
Yeah.
I know exactly where I'm at. 25 to life, I'll gladly get top. Not gladly, but
I know what you mean.
I will shake it off after.
Yeah. 'Cause, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here, bro.
I'll cry myself to sleep. The first night I'll cry myself to sleep. Then after that, that's just what I do. That's what I do. I likes you and I wants you.
I likes you.
Yeah, it would. I really do feel like human beings just have incredible adaptability
Yeah.
in general. And we can convince ourselves of whatever reality we need to convince ourselves to get through it.
Power through, yeah.
So top will just be top, man.
Yeah.
Like you said, gum is gum is gum. But yeah, I was someone's wife in 30 seconds is terrifying.
That's barbaric.
Yeah.
Like, you've not even put your ting on the bed
Yeah,
yet.
yeah. You're folded.
You don't put your oranges on the bed yet.
Yeah, man said, I want that. And bro said, all right.
All right, man.
All right, man.
I'm not looking to die.
I saw a TikTok. I saw a TikTok of a guy was just like, bro, jail's too much fun. He had glitter all over his face. And it was just like, jail is too much fun.
This is, again, jail TikTok?
Jail TikTok, prison TikTok, yeah.
Prison TikTok, sorry.
Yeah, he was just like, it's too much fun.
He had glitter all over his face.
Yeah, because he was just like a proud gay guy.
Oh.
Right.
Fair.
Yeah, and he was just on there just like, jail is a bowl.
Fair.
It's just pipe.
We were having a conversation in the office downstairs. I think a few weeks ago, we were talking about money. We were speaking about tax and things like that, and how in certain countries, tax is split up 70-30 or even 80-20 sometimes, depending on where you live. Then we're talking about, why don't you just go to Dubai because it's tax-free and blah, blah, blah. And I was thinking, because it just reminded me when you said, prison is a ball. He's having a great time. He doesn't want to leave, this, that, and the other. And I was thinking about this, I think last week, for example. I think Lawrence said like Finland or somewhere, like their prisons are
Scandinavian
prisons.
prisons
Google
lit.
it for me, please. Scandinavian prisons are lit, and it's like it's giving more. It just gives more people more ammo to not necessarily do bad things, but do things in a way that you can allow yourself to go to jail because your circumstances outside of jail are worse. So it's like, why?
So I feel like with this one, it all trickles down though. So for example, in that scenario, it'd be like, well, I might as well go to Penn because Penn is nicer than me being homeless.
Yeah.
But there is no homelessness because before the money gets to plush Penn, it gets to homeless shelters or it gets to social housing or all this kind of thing.
But
So like, there's no homeless person to say Penn is better. Penn is nice and it's nicer than other Penns, but it's Penn is not nicer. It's not like all the money goes to Penn. All the money goes to everything of social decline
down,
that gets down to Penn.
Yeah.
Penn is still the worst. It's just banging in comparison to everything else.
I refuse to believe that there isn't homelessness.
I'm sure there is homelessness, but their care for homelessness.
Yeah, it's the quality of the homelessness.
And like there is opportunities for them to not be homeless.
Fair.
Obviously there will be homelessness, but
And in practice isn't allowing conjugal visits.
even our pens are nicer than being homeless. So the same.
Yeah.
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 A homeless person doesn't not go to pen because it's like, I'd rather be homeless than go to prison. Our pen is still nicer than being on the streets.
But I guess it's just me comparing prison in like America, UK, whatever, to Scandinavian prisons where they've got the plush sheets, they got the fucking mattresses, they got a sink of their own, a fucking wardrobe. I'm thinking, how was this rehabilitation?
Yeah, I know.
Well, they also have the lowest crime rate. Their prisons are empty. They're doing something right. I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But they also have
I
no...
think I'm just playing devil's advocate in that. And I'm also uneducated in their system. So I'm like, I'm questioning myself as well as questioning you guys.
They probably have a better society. It's probably not.
Yeah,
too,
in fact,
They're
it's
just better.
yeah, they're just better
probably do.
people.
Yeah.
They've probably just got a better society. I don't think the reason the crime rate's low is because their prison is nice.
In smaller community-based, often located near inmates' homes and practices like allowing conjugal visits. Oh, damn, bro.
I'm saying, that's crazy.
Yeah, Norwegian prisons were just lit.
That's crazy.
But yeah, they also have the lowest crime rates, lowest homelessness, lowest, like, they're just happier people in general. Interesting. I would love to understand it more. But yeah, they just fund different shit. I have a thread if you're interested.
I'm interested.
So, we've done a very similar thread before, and this one, I picked out some of the ones and I thought, this one had me on the ropes of funny.
Okay.
So, I remember we did a thread before that was like, when did you start hating your boyfriend? When did you start hating your girlfriend?
Yeah.
This one is just, tell me the moment you knew you didn't like your partner anymore.
Okay.
The final nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
When he realized he wasn't a size 10, but a size 9 in shoes, when I convinced him to cut his toenails.
Oh.
That's butters.
That is buzz. Oh.
Turns out I'm a size 9.
9. I've been bragging I've been a 10.
Chatting about 10. I've just got witch nails on my feet. That's
That
disgusting,
is
bro.
disgusting.
Right.
Claws, man.
Left a skid mark on the bed when he sat.
On the bed.
Wait. Left a skid mark on the bed when I was done being on top.
Rode that
she
bitch.
was riding him.
She
a man's
rode-
shitty bag was scratching the bed.
She rode him.
Nah, bro. I promise you right now, yeah. If I was a ting, there's no way I'm riding pipe to roll off after and he'd be like, Jesus. Get up to clean himself up and there's a streak of shit on the bedsheet. I promise you now that's not happening.
Yeah,
I would kill him.
I'm turned
off forever.
I can't look at you the same.
The other one that I saw in there was...
Kill him.
Bro.
That hit later, boy.
No.
Shit.
Left a skid mark on the bed when he sat on it to put his socks on.
Oh, what?
Bro,
What?
These men are not wiping their ass. Period.
Why is he also putting his socks on naked?
He's ass naked, putting his socks on, stood up there shit. Do you know how many levels of ick you have to see in 1 second? Bent over, socks on, stood up, shit on the bed. You'd be like, bro.
Who did I marry?
Who is this man in my house? Fucking funny to me.
I would pray to God forbid I'm ever in that situation. My wife humbles me.
Oh, if you left shit on the bed while you're naked
not even
putting
just
socks on?
shit, like just doing something like who puts on their socks before their boxers? I need her to look at me and say, fix up.
Yeah, you're disgusting.
You're this. I would need that level of embarrassment.
Yeah, just what we said earlier on the Patreon, patreon.com/ShxtsnGigs, £3 a month.
£10 a
Run the
day,
P.
S&G.
And we did blood ranking, and we said about what is it, butters. I would expect to be told you're fucking butters, bro.
I'd be like, what?
Look, you putting socks on, ass naked. No, me, I'll probably have a wife beater and just socks. Wife beater,
Dick swinging,
baby dick out, and then just socks on. She'll be, you're butters, bro.
belly button protruding through the vest.
belly button, and I'm breathing through my mouth.
You're struggling.
Yeah, my God, I'm just. You're fucking disgusting. Joke, man.
Her scream would echo.
I would expect her to open her Instagram and be like, look at my requests. Look at my requests. Why am I waking up here?
Why am I waking up with you?
Come to Dubai. Come to Dubai. Come to Miami. Come here. Let me take care of you. Fuck your job. Fuck your man. Can he fight? Can you fight?
Can you?
Look at you fucking butters prick.
Breathless. Putting on a sock. Wow. I would need that.
Yeah, I need that. I'd be better that day.
Oh my God, I would change so much about myself. As Ellie keeps saying, it's a mentality thing.
Oh yeah, it would
I
be a mentality,
change
bro.
so much about myself
Yeah,
immediately.
Well, I'll go from Boo to Majin Buu.
Wow! Analogy.
I promise you, I'll transform from Boo to Majin Buu.
Analogy. Wow.
Right, next one. Sorry. Tell me the moment you didn't like your partner anymore. I was excited over our new big bed. We told my mum to get in and feel it. He jumped in quickly, farted, and trapped her head under the covers. Man's hotboxing the mum
That is barbaric.
in the new bed. What kind of sick fuck is this guy?
His partner's mum. Or his mum.
His partner's mum.
Yeah, you as the girl, you don't even know how to
you'll be mortified.
Next. You don't know what to do next.
You'll be mortified,
like,
bro.
This is who I'm with, and this is what my mother has to now deal with.
And the mum's coming out hair disheveled. Like, what the fuck is going on?
What the fuck?
That's disgusting.
Was that?
Did you just fart and trap my head under there?
I'm 55.
Yeah, bro. That hurt.
Literally.
I don't have enough breasts to be wasting it on your dirty batty.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Barters, bro. Right. We lived a long drive from work. She wouldn't use gas station toilets when she needed a shit, as she felt bad for those after her. So she'd make me pull over at random fields and alleys and she'd shit there.
Alleys.
Alleys.
And not that fields are any better, but they are better. But
Alleyways,
wow.
bro. Babe, please, I need a shit.
Also, I can't hear that.
Yeah, I'm never hearing
I
that.
don't want to hear.
Yeah, I don't want
that,
to. I don't want to hear that.
Don't want to.
I don't want to hear that.
Babe,
I
need
I
shit.
need a shit. Find an alley, please. Let's find an alley, please.
I'm like, who if I marry?
Yeah, this is disgusting. I would leave it there.
Oh, wait.
Squatting in the alley.
In the alley?
Yeah, because this is where you want to be, right? 'Cause you
Wow.
don't want to be with me. You definitely want to have sex with me.
Yeah. That's disgusting.
What do you mean pull over? Let's look for an alley so I can shit. Because I don't want to use public toilets because I feel bad for them after. What about me?
That just also shows her level of shit.
Yeah, oh,
I
bro.
feel bad for them after.
Your guts are murked, bro. We'd be
Yeah.
doing an intolerance test that day.
Yeah, have some yogurt or something. You need some pre and
Bro,
pros.
prebiotics,
You need some
probiotics,
pre
yeah,
and pros, man.
Pre and pros.
Eat some yogurt.
Yeah, wow. Moment you stopped liking your partner. She was jealous of the attention I got while I was in hospital. I had heart failure.
What?
Yeah, the nurses were just moving too friendly. Told him to go home because I needed space. Later, asked him if he was home for him to say he was still at my house. He was hiding in a cupboard half his size. Seeing him crunched up made me want to be sick.
Jesus Christ.
Go
That's
home,
also
I need space.
That's scary as well.
Bro, she said go home and he said, I'm gonna find a cupboard and hide in there.
And waited.
And just waited hours. And she said, are you home yet? I'm here.
I'm still here.
I'm still here. Open the cupboard and see
couldn't
him like
read
that.
I'm still here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be there. I'd find space outside and then be like, reveal yourself.
Yeah, facts, because that's scary. Reveal yourself.
He'd put his clothes on straight out of the washing machine, including jeans, saying they'll dry eventually, and proceeded to hand me wet work clothes.
That's barbaric. It's crazy, but I think that's the worst one you've read.
That is the worst one I've ever heard. Straight out of the washing machine. Wet, just on. Bro, they're gonna dry.
They'll dry.
They're gonna dry. I've got water to work. I've got an 8-hour shift. I've got water. They're gonna be dry at some point. So what's the point of putting them in the dryer? That's disgusting. And then he took his work clothes off and handed them over. And she says they're wet.
Wear them, man. That's the worst one you've read.
Yeah, that's horrible.
I didn't think that can't be real.
It can't be real.
That can't be real.
That can't be real. That's scary. That's scary. Right.
Be honest though, have you ever wore like a, not out the washing machine, but I've done it before where I've washed them night before,
Yeah.
put the jeans on the drying rack, wake up in the morning, still a little bit wet, I'll whack them on anyway. Have you ever done that?
Jeans, no.
Jeans never.
But I can do it with like a tee or something.
Okay,
I've done
fair.
it with a tea
Yeah,
before.
Alright,
jeans
fair.
never.
I'm livid
Them
about it.
bitches are heavy
Fair.
and
It is horrible, don't get me wrong, but
yeah.
to be fair, it does dry though. I get his mindset in terms of it does dry eventually, because I've had it where it's been wet around the belt and then it's dried and it's all right.
Do you know why I'm angry? As I was reading it, I was gonna say, no offense, I feel like this is an Ellis thing.
Yeah.
And I thought I would never say that because that's fucked up. And then he proceeded to be like, not gonna lie, I do it.
Not straight out of the washing machine though. That is that's immature for one, mate. You've not been taught.
Bro, for me, if it's wet, I'm ironing that bitch like crazy. And then has been times where I think it's okay.
And it's a little piece damp.
It's just a little bit damp. It's just hot and I can't tell.
Yeah.
So by the time it cools down, the bitch is wet. And I'm like, well, it's on now. It's on now.
How about that?
Right. One of his female friends drunkenly said I was out of his league. He was so fuming, he called his mum to say we're definitely in the same league.
Damn.
Yeah. You know you're punching, right? Your girls are badders. You know you're punching. Swear. Mum, you'll never believe this fucking bitch just said, I'm punching with Karen.
Damn.
I like we're the same. She's punching, I'm punching, we're both punching.
Damn.
Yeah. Right. I was eating a chocolate bar and he looked at me funny. I asked what was wrong and he replied, nothing. I know you can't help yourself. I know you can't help yourself. I can't even get through it. Nothing. I know you can't help yourself. You can't control it. You can't control it, you fat bitch. You can't control it.
Nothing. You can't help yourself.
You can't help yourself.
That is so peak. That's so peak.
That's the funniest thing I've ever read. That's the funniest thing I've ever read. When I saw that, when I was writing it down, I was screaming in my yard. What's wrong? Nothing. I know you can't help yourself. You can't help yourself.
She's just eating chocolate.
And he's thinking, God, you can't stop. God, you can't stop, can you?
Anytime you see chocolate, you have to eat it. You're hopeless.
You can't walk past bar of chocolate without grinding that bitch down. You need help. Fucking stomach.
That's so funny.
I'm sweating.
Same. That's so funny.
Oh God. You can't help yourself.
Oh wow, that's mean, man.
Oh, that's so
so mean.
horrible. Right. Oh God. He ate barbecue ribs for dinner. Then I saw him after work the following night. He still had it round his mouth.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
That's disgusting.
That's many levels of disgusting.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
That's layered.
Barbecue sauce round your mouth from a day ago.
That's layered, bro.
Bro, that means he didn't wash that night or the following morning.
Bro.
Then went to work and then came home to link a ting.
He slept in the same position as after he ate.
Yeah, bro. Round his mouth.
That's crazy.
Barbecue
You'd
sauce.
feel like
yeah,
the dry,
the crustation.
Yeah,
nah, he didn't feel nothing, bro.
He's used
He
to
kept
it,
it bopping, and everyone at work just let him crack on
That's
because they know
also
he's a
insane.
sloppy bastard.
Yeah, that's also insane though.
Yeah. Right. Last one. The moment you realize you didn't like your partner anymore. I found a rap he'd written on his phone. It was about him being with a mid-chubby girl until he got his money up. He was 5'6" with IBS.
Oh my God.
There's no way I'm finding a rap in my partner's phone saying I'm with some mid-chubby you until I get my fucking money up.
I just clocked. So the rap was about his.
It was about her.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rap was about her, bro. She's the mid-chubby thing.
Until I get my money.
Until I get my money up through rapping.
Fuck, man.
This rap game's a grind. I'm with a fucking mid-chubby thing. Mid and chubby is horrible.
Yeah.
She would have read that. I can't read that.
Yeah. Oh. Mid and chubby.
And
She
chubby.
would have dropped the phone.
Yeah, she would have dropped the phone shaking. I'm trying to get my money up so I can step my pussy up.
So I can leave this bitch. That's what he's thinking. I'm trying to get out of this rat race so I can leave this bitch. That's all he can think about. Fuck.
Nah.
Do you know the state of mind you need to be
Oh,
in?
bro, to scribble that down? To scribble that down?
You keep that to yourself.
Bro, I need to leave this bitch.
Fuck.
Wow. These times he's got IBS and he's 5'6".
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delusion.
yeah, Lulu, bro.
Mindset.
Literally.
It's a mindset thing. Guys, we're going to take a very, very, very quick break. Listen close. So, fellas, it's time to talk about personal grooming. Grooming isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling good.
Facts.
Whether you're suiting up for a big meeting, gearing up for a date, or just tackling the day, the right tools make all the difference. Take care of your skin and skip the cuts and irritation. Meet the Beard and Balls bundle from Manscaped, your all-in-one grooming solution to keep you polished from head to toe, or more precisely, from beard to balls. Now, join over 12 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and use the code SNG.
Sierra November Golf.
That's going to give you a humble 20% off plus free shipping. Guys, we said there's 12 million men worldwide that trust Manscaped. When me and Fury had started doing our partnership with Manscaped, there was about 1 million.
It was about 1 million, yeah.
500,000 to 1 million. I don't think it's any coincidence that since your boy starts spitting game on Manscaped, it's now 12 million.
Hey,
and we trust them. I'm wearing their boxes right now.
Facts.
So guys, SNG,
Sierra November Golf.
20% off, free shipping, manscaped.com. Let's get back to the episode.
That's...
Right, so I have an update for fucking Love on the Spectrum.
All right, lock me in.
I finished it last night. Let's pull up the cast again for me, please, because I have all the fucking tea. Okay, Abby. Her man's David. So, as I said last time, I hadn't watched up to where they've been introduced, but they've been together for a couple seasons. They've actually been, this is season 3, they've been together since season 1.
Okay.
So they celebrated their 3-year anniversary.
Question, sorry to cut you off. Why do, if they've been in a relationship since season 1,
Why are they on Love on the Spectrum?
Yes, why do they continue their journey?
Because I think it's developed into we're looking for love, and some of them have found love, and
they want to see how it goes.
they want to see how it goes.
Do they do that with all people that have been in since season 1 and still have that same partner?
I think they
Or
swapped
let
a couple.
people go?
They've swapped a couple people out, but I don't remember them ever swapping out people who have found love, and then just ditched them and never gone back. Most of them don't find love, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Okay.
But these two, they found love in season 1, and they've kept it blossoming. David's he's OG.
Okay.
David's a real guy. I'm pretty sure his family's caked.
Okay. Is this the one that took it to Disneyland or whatever?
Yeah, he took her to Disneyland, took her to a safari, took her. He takes her everywhere, bro.
Sexy.
And they're there, they just lips.
Sexy.
And then so she's on a I want to get married. She loves animals.
Oh, and he's like, when the time's right.
When the time's right,
Yeah.
and she'll always say, oh, where are we gonna get married? And he'll be like, oh, San Diego Zoo.
Oh, and then she's down for that.
Yeah, he's down for the animal. He knows that she loves animals, and she'll be like, "Oh, cool." And she'll like, "Where?" And she goes, "Where are we gonna live?" And he said, "The house closest to the San Diego Zoo."
He's got all the bars.
He's got all the bars, bro. He knows. And then one time, she was like, "What's our life gonna be like?" He's like, "We're gonna go to the zoo, and we're gonna love animals, and we're gonna adopt a few kids." And she was like, "Or maybe I'll get pregnant if I stop taking these birth control pills." I said, "Raw."
She wants it.
Yeah, she's been getting
she's
it.
been getting it.
Yeah.
He's been nice.
He's been banging her.
Yeah.
And I was shocked. I was shocked.
Yeah.
He's been banging her. I was like, damn, David, fair play. She was like, maybe I'll just stop taking these pills and then get pregnant. And then they role played her giving birth, and it was nuts. She was like, the pain, please numb the pain. And he was like, breathe, Abby. And she was like, ooh. And they were both in the jacuzzi, just like, ooh, ooh. And she's like, ah! And then they just snap back into normal and just carry on talking. It's fucking nuts. It's fucking nuts.
Wow.
She was like, please numb the pain. Bro, it was insane.
It's almost like method acting.
Yeah, bro. They jump in and out of scenarios.
Wow.
So funny. Right, so that's Abby and David.
Yeah.
Scroll down. Adan. All right, cool. So obviously Adan, strong Christian guy.
Yeah,
he was dating
the fucking crosses.
Yeah,
Jesus.
bro. There's crosses in his yard.
Yeah, I can tell, bro.
So he was obviously with Danny. Danny wanted dick. That's all at this point she wanted.
Yeah.
They've been together. There's Danny, yeah. I told you last time she made a little animation on their anniversary and all this kind of stuff. And
This is gonna
she
be us,
she wants to get fucked. I want to get fucked. Please fuck me. And he's like, I just don't believe in premarital intercourse and da-da-da-da. So he tried to blag it last time about safe sex.
Okay.
I'm scared of STDs.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, cool, strap up. It's a no-brainer. And then he was like, all right, tell the truth. Premarital, I'm not on it.
Okay.
And she was like, wow, big man. But you know I'm on it, and it's been a year. And I asked you about it, and you said you were open to it.
They've been dating since season 1?
Since season 2. They've been together a year.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then, so they've been together a year. And then she was like, I'm ready to get clapped. And he was like, I just don't feel comfortable with it. She was like, but I've asked you about bedtime. You said you were open to it. He's like, yeah, I was open to discussing it. We've discussed it. I've thought about it. I'm not open to it. So she was like, all right, bro, all due respect, charged. Charged. I'm not. I respect your boundaries. You have to respect mine. I respect your beliefs. You have to respect mine. And he was like, yeah, it's cool, bro. It makes sense. Like, I'm not going to clap you till we're married.
Fair.
And also in no rush to marry you. Fair. And she's like, I'm trying to get clapped, bro. Fair. It's important to me. So they charged it. Moving on. Connor. My man, Connor.
I have to rate, sorry to cut you off. I have to rate their directness. I have to rate it.
You don't. Wait till we get to Tanner. Yeah,
Wow.
bro. I told you last time, Tanner was like, did you have fun? I had fun. Bitch, I want to be friends.
Yeah.
I want to be friends.
I want to be friends.
No, bro. He wasn't play. Tanner doesn't play.
I have to rate it, man.
Bro, oh my God. So anyway, Connor. This guy's the guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy, bro. So he patterned a little sweet one called Georgie, yeah? Yeah, he patterned a little sweet one called Georgie.
Yeah.
He's never, and bro, she's ticking all of his boxes. And he was always like, oh my God, like, where have you been all my life? And then like, my Georgie. And then like, he just loses it. And anytime she'll like touch him or like whatever, or stare at him, he's always like,
Is this the one with the family that says golf clap?
golf clap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Locked in.
Yeah, his mum was riding for him. So he's Pat and Georgie, and they've been on dates. They've been having a time, bro. And then they held her quick lips at the end. At the end of the season, they held her lips, and he was gassed.
Fair.
That was a really, really sweet story for Connor and Georgie. I'm happy for him.
Okay,
he's been in a couple of seasons. He's struggled, but he's a really nice guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I like him a lot. So that's.
Hopefully we'll see him in season 4 Loved Up.
Bro, yeah. So that's Connor. James, my brother. 37-year-old James. I suppose I can be a little bit tough to deal with. He obviously, when I told you last time, he was the one that was like, you know, like a vampire, but I bet you clean up on Halloween. Hi, God.
Yeah.
Shank and twist, bro. That was the most clutch bar I've ever heard.
Yeah.
So
he's the same one that says he went on a speed dating thing and said I expected no's anyway, something like that.
his mom cried. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never had a match before. I didn't expect one now.
Yeah.
His mom broke down. I nearly broke down.
That's peak.
I ride for James. I like James a lot. He's patterned himself a sweet one, but they spun it in the last episode, didn't it? One little British thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, she came out of nowhere on his birthday. 37th birthday, he had a couple of his brethrens around, just on a little fire pit chit-chat situation. And then one Johnny just pulled up, and we were like, who's this? She hasn't been introduced. They were just talking, then all of his brethrens left, and it was just them two there. And he was like, I don't want to be presumptuous, but do you think we are officially boyfriend and girlfriend? And she's like, yeah, bro. And he's like, yeah, gang, lipsed.
What?
Yeah, they swiveled that in. It must have been a time where they weren't filming, and all of a sudden he's patting a thing.
Okay.
And apparently they have a song together instead of the end credits.
Yeah, he made a fucking rock song for her. I can't remember what it's called. It's like, I think it's called like Heavy Metal Queen. It's like, you're my heavy metal queen or something like that.
Yeah,
but yeah,
bro.
he made a song for her at the end.
Yeah, he did. He made a song for her. It looked clutch.
I think she was through Instagram. I'm pretty sure they said that it was through Instagram. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, bro. He was gassed to have her, man. I was happy for him as well. He's really struggled.
Fair play.
And he just tries, bro. And he's always counting. He always understands the things that are wrong with him.
Okay.
He understands he struggles to compromise. He understands that like he doesn't like pets, but some people do. He understands that people have kids, but he doesn't want kids, and he's willing to try and compromise, even though he knows he finds it difficult. Which is like
aware. He's fully aware.
He's super aware, bro, and he's trying his best. So I'm glad he's patting the thing.
Okay.
That was really, really nice to see. Ha! Madison.
Yeah.
Listen, yeah. Madison. Ha! So.
Remind me of where we got to. Oh, she's the eat shit.
Yeah. When she was a little kid, she used to eat shit.
Yeah.
Listen, yeah. So she's never had a kiss, never gone on a date, never done nothing.
Okay.
I told you last time she went on a date, her first date was a guy who was like so overwhelmed he had to put his head on the table.
Yes.
It's peak for her.
Yes.
So she met one little southern brother, yeah, called Tyler.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyler.
He's a sweet guy. It's guy is scary. So basically, they met, they went on a date, and he was saying all the right shit. So she's there like, oh, I love walks on the beach. Do you like walks on the beach? He's like, hell yeah. And he's smooth with it. He's like, yeah, man, I like walks on the beach. And he's got a cowboy hat, and he's like, yeah. And he's like, I like country music, and I work as a DJ, and I like to help people with autism do this and that. And then she's like, oh my God, that's literally what I like. And he was like, he has a special interest. They will have special interests. Hers is dolls and making bracelets and jewelry. His special interest is country music and DJing and shit. So he was like, oh, I can name any country song in the world, I can name what note it's in.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And then she'd be like, what's this one? He'd be like, C sharp, C.
Well, how
A,
would she
B.
know? Is she researching? Is she good?
No, she just trusts him.
Oh, fair play.
And he's like, yeah, I love that song, and I think about you, and this and that. And she, on their second date, she was like, can I be honest? And he's like, yeah, be honest. And she's like, I haven't stopped thinking about you, Tyler. I haven't stopped thinking about you one day since we've been gone.
Ooh.
And he was like, same. Same here, yeah, same here. And then he pulled up with a little Pandora bracelet for her on the second day, got her a present. She loves Christmas, so he bought her a present, wrapped it in Christmas wrapping, and said, because you love Christmas, da-da-da. Sweeting her up. Then they went on the beach for a little walk and all this kind of stuff. He's like, yeah. She was like, bro, I'm just going to come out and say it. I want you to be my boyfriend. Second date. He's like, yeah, I'm down for that. And then they lipsed. But when they lips, it's scary. It's aggressive, Fuad.
Oh, God.
It's really aggressive. And
because she's
both their eyes are wide open as well, and they really go for it. And he has, you can tell he doesn't have to control his strength. So when he wraps his arms around her, he yanks her in.
Oh my God.
And then she's just there like that, and just like lips in. And bro, so after that, the boyfriend and girlfriend, their lips in.
Yeah.
Everything's blessed. She wants him to meet her family, innit?
Yeah.
So mum, dad, brother. This guy's gone. Mum, dad, brother, bro. And then he pulls up. This is my boyfriend Tyler. What's up, man? Nice to meet you, mom, dad. And they're like, oh my God, this guy's so nice. They start lipsing in front of the parents. And the dad's like, well, okay. Like, yeah, all right. That's cute.
Yeah.
That's cute. 10 seconds later, lipsing again. 10 seconds later, lipsing again. They won't stop lipsing.
Damn.
And now all of a sudden, they've gone from calling each other Tyler and Madison to baby, honey pie, sweet cake.
It's escalated.
It's escalated in the parents' yard, and they're just lipsing and lipsing and lipsing and lipsing and lipsing. And the dad's losing his shit.
I can imagine.
But trying to keep going.
Yeah.
And the dad's losing his fucking shit.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And you can tell he wants to get your fucking hands off my daughter now.
Yeah.
Because he's never seen any, she's never had a kiss. She's never had a boyfriend. She's struggled with her life just to operate in society. And now there's a grown ass man grabbing her as hard as he can, lipsing the shit out of her. And she's literally just dangling there.
Eyes wide open.
Eyes wide open. The dad's losing his mind. Yeah. And he can tell he's trying to be as polite and understanding as possible. But he's like, whoo, yeah. And there's a couple of times where he's like, ooh, okay, guys, please. Yeah. And they don't stop. They don't stop lipsing.
That's awkward.
It's bothering him.
Yeah,
he's like, he's speaking through his teeth as well. And he's like, I'm going to have to get a hose out on you.
I'm going to get the hose out on y'all. He's struggling with it.
He's fucking pissed.
I would be as well. It's when I say the lipsing is so intense, they might as well be fucking in front of him. That's how like night and day who they were to who they are is. In the parents' eyes, Tyler might as well be bending her over the kitchen counter.
Damn.
It's shocking to see.
Damn. Son.
It made me really uncomfortable.
You talking about it makes me uncomfortable.
Okay, have we got anyone else? Parry. Okay, cool. So she's gay and she found a little blind thing, or a thing with like some kind. She described her sight impingement as like she can see stuff, but sometimes her brain doesn't
process it.
Okay. I assumed that meant, for example, she could see a wall and just like walk into it because her brain hasn't processed. So she has like a stick.
Okay.
For obstacles and shit.
Okay.
These man were on it.
Yeah.
First date, they were blushing at each other, had a good conversation. Second date, bro, lips and lips and lips in. Every man was lipsing in this season. But she was only in it for like not very many episodes. I think I told you before, she's obsessed with trains. And yeah, she was just, they had a good time. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So he found himself a little Johnny finally as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if they patterned long term though. I'm trying to think of the credits.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
They did. I think they were just friends again.
Yeah, because he can't. If he's so Tanner's tactic is he'd be like, "Do you like boats?" And she'd be like, "Yeah, I like boats." And he'd be like, "Do you like trains?" "Yeah, I like trains." "Do you like cars?" "Yeah, I like cars." And he'd be like, "I like cars too. Do you want to know what I like?" And then she'd be like, "What?" He'll say random shit. "I like hats. I like rings. I like watches. I like tires, and I like roads."
Okay.
And then he'd be like, "Do you like horses?" And she'd be like, "They're okay." And he'd be like,
Oh.
"That's funny because I do."
Okay.
Well, that's
So
funny
People
little
have
miss.
to like what he likes. Or
But
prefers-
he tries his best. If you like what he likes and don't like what he doesn't like, then we can get along just fine. And he even says that's okay because people can like different things and still be like still get along. And she's like, yeah, of course they can. But you can see he's done with you behind his eyes. He's saying one thing,
Yeah.
he's seeing and thinking another.
Sheldon.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
giving Sheldon.
It's
Yeah.
super, and the thing is, but he'll lose interest over the smallest little thing. He'll be like, "Oh, I like fucking ketchup on eggs. Do you like ketchup on eggs?" And she'll be like, "Not really." And he'll be like, "Right. So what the fuck are you doing here?
Fair.
What the fuck are you doing here, wasting my time?"
Yeah.
So that's what he likes. He likes to go through the whole day and say what he likes and what he doesn't like.
Okay.
And if you're not on the, because he had a little journey. First date, she was just doing a little doormat thing.
Okay.
Whatever he likes, she likes.
Oh,
Whatever
okay,
she
cool,
likes,
cool,
he
cool.
likes. They're trying to be amicable. And he's thinking, this is the love of my life. She likes everything I like, and she doesn't like anything that I don't like. And he also has such a big personality that he wants people that have big personalities.
Okay.
So this thing that he was linking, she had a big personality.
Okay.
Second date rolls around now. Things are getting a little bit more comfortable. She's like, do you like horseback riding? He's like, I don't like horseback riding. I actually don't like horses, period. She's like, well, I like horseback riding. And he was like, that's cool. I like frogs. Do you like frogs? And she's like, I don't like frogs. And he's like, this fucking bitch. Well, I like frogs.
Yeah.
So where do we go from here? And then hop, skip, jump.
Parted ways.
Yeah, we're brethren again. So I don't know how we're going to find him the love of his life, but she's out there, man, because he's a real guy. And they, bro, he's such a cool dude. He does struggle to compliment a little bit.
Okay.
He compliments himself just fine. Because they'll be like, oh, Tanner, you look so handsome. He's like, I know, I look so handsome, don't I?
Oh,
And I know I look really nice and I'm such a stud and I'm really, really charming. Him and his sister have conversations though.
In what sense?
They're just cool, man. Like his sister loves him, he loves his sister, and his sister name's called Midge. And they're like, Midge?
Is
And
his
then
sister on the spectrum at all?
nah, she's chilling.
Okay.
But she looks exactly like him.
Okay.
So like, every time she speaks, she has the exact same expression as him.
Okay.
And then I'm just like, oh, they're just like twins having a conversation. It's crazy.
Okay, cool.
But nah, fuck, I love Tanner, man. He keeps it real, bro. Tanner keeps it real. He's not willing to entertain bullshit, dude.
Fair play.
But yeah, oh, I love them so much.
That's cute, man.
I really do love them. They're so cutthroat and they're so funny. The lip sync from Tyler and Madison needs to stop.
That's scary.
It was scary.
That's very scary.
I promise you, I had to stop looking. It was really,
Eyes wide open is insane.
yeah, it was nuts. It was really, really,
That's
it was stressful. Right, guys, Daddy Fantasy?
Let's do it. I have a question for you.
Yes.
So let's say we were engulfed in the Fourth Wing universe. So
Yeah.
for caveat / context, guys, I have been listening to the audiobooks of said book.
Oh, sick.
Golf clap. I've been listening to Fourth Wing on Audible, and I obviously know the storyline, but it's nice to just know the whole thing, you know? So my question for you is, do you think you would survive crossing the parapet?
I'd have to survive crossing the parapet. I would be really, really scared, but I think, I do think I would survive it.
Okay. Obviously, height as well.
It's really high.
Yeah, it's high.
Yeah.
And we both know you don't
Me
fare
and
well
heights?
with
Yeah.
height.
Yeah. I do believe I would make it.
Okay.
I have pretty good balance.
Okay.
And I have done shit not like that, but like anything that's like go ape or whatever. I'm not the one that's usually like slipping and falling.
Okay, cool.
Even though I am scared of heights and all this kind of shit.
Fair
So
play.
I think I would be okay. But that would be enough for me to turn back and go home.
Okay. Cool. Another question.
Yes, sir.
Let's say In this scenario, we're still boys. We are in the fourth wing universe, and I'm crossing the parapet before you. You're right behind me. But let's say it's timed in the book as well, right? You have to reach the...
No.
But let's say it's timed.
But there's people coming behind you.
There's people coming behind us, so you can't really slow the pace down because people need to cross. People want to fucking get into the wing. So let's say I'm crossing before you, and I'm like halfway through, and you're like a quarter of the way through. But you've got an op that's just about to start, and he's darting towards you.
And he's going to Jack Barlow me?
Yeah, he's going to Jack Barlow you, but I'm midway. You're 25 and he's 0. I happen to slip, and I'm holding on for dear life. Gust is swaying, man, from left to right. Would you hop, skip, and jump over me, or would you try and save me so we can cross together?
Am I certain that Jack... Because in the book, Jack pushed someone off before he got to...
Yeah.
Oh, I have to leave you, bro.
You'd have to leave me.
If there's someone chasing us...
Yeah. Not us.
Me.
Yeah.
There's someone chasing me...
Yeah.
And he will push me off.
Yeah.
You're hanging on.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can get yourself up or if you can't. But if I stop to pull you up, I know he's going to catch up to me and push me off.
No, I'm not... He doesn't... It's not guaranteed that if you help me, he catches up and pushes you off. It's a risk you have to take.
If I thought it was 50-50, 50% chance that if I stop, he's going to catch up, 50% chance that if I stop, he won't catch up, I would save you. If it's 60-40, more likely I'm going to die, and you still have the ability to pull yourself up, fuck that. Fuck that.
Fair. And do you think... Would it change your option or your decision if you hop, skip, and jump over me, and as he gets to me, he calls your name, James, and he fucking kicks my hand, and you watch me fall, and you can't even hear me crash because the waves take me, and he's just looking at you down a lens like you're next.
His neck would be gone by the time he reaches. I would do a violet. I'm like, what is it? What is you fat prick? How can you do that to him?
He's doing all that to get to you.
Yeah. It would scare me. I'm not gonna lie, it would
He
scare
doesn't
me.
give a
But
fuck.
there's only I realize about myself, there's only so much fear I can take before I have to rebel.
Fair.
You can't have me doing across the parapet like he's gonna get me.
Yeah.
And then I've skipped over my own friend out of fear of you to then make it to the end for you to kill my friend and call me out in front of the whole school. And me still be scared. Nah, enough is enough.
Fair.
I'll take my shirt off. Enough is enough.
Fair.
I'll take my arm, my jacket's got armor off.
Find me for
Yeah,
real.
Yeah.
Find me for who I am.
A little slice on this. Is this what you want?
Just
You want my
bleed
blood?
Fair.
Come and take it.
Fair play.
Yeah, that's what I'd have to do.
Fair play.
You? Would you save me?
I'll try. Like the thing with me, right? I would jump over you so I can pull you up this way so we can keep momentum going.
Right.
I feel like it's one of them ones where if I pull you twice and there's no leverage from your end,
Yeah.
I've done my best.
Yeah. You can't part save me and dip. I say that. I did not grab your ankle. I'd rather you leave me all together than pull, and then be like, fuck yeah, I do my best, and then dip.
Because you're not putting in any effort. You're letting God take you for no reason. Help me help you.
I'm trying.
Help me help you.
I've been hanging here for God knows how long. I'm exhausted.
Fair.
But right, anyway. Iron Flame catch up, right? So things have fucking developed.
Where did we stop?
So where we stopped was graduation.
Yes. They parted ways.
They've parted ways.
Yeah, Zayden's gone to his thing. They're
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
meet each
yeah.
other every 2 weeks, but it takes a week to get there. I'm locked in. Come on, man.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So now we're in there now, and basically on a Harry Potter thing, you know how in Harry Potter the what do they call it? Dark arts. The
dark arts teacher.
Yeah, the dark arts teacher's always changing every year. Yeah,
He's always the villain. Yeah.
Yeah. Major Varish has now been introduced into the school.
Okay.
He's like the new vice principal or some shit.
Okay.
And he's been renowned. He used to work as a torturer.
Oh.
And they kicked him out of being a torturer because he kept killing the people he was torturing.
Oh.
So his interrogation methods were just killing all of the
Students?
not students, like war criminals.
Okay.
So before he was a teacher,
Fucking fuck.
before he was a teacher, he was working as like, he would capture the enemy,
Yeah.
interrogate them, and he would torture them to get information.
Okay.
But he kept killing them.
Okay.
Now, he's there now, and he's there to fix up the school. Colonel Atos has brought him in and be like, you man have been too soft, da. So anyway, now, second, they're all second years now. Parapet time has rolled around again.
Oh, they have to do it every year?
They don't have to do it again. But no. They don't have to do it again. The first years have now arrived.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because you said it's second year and parapet time has arrived.
Oh, no,
they
sorry.
have to cross it every single year.
Never. No.
Charge the school.
Yeah, 100%. It's ridiculous now. I've already proved I can do it.
Facts, I'm here. I've got my dragon.
I'm bonded.
Yeah.
I'm fucking bonded.
I've got my dragon.
But yeah, so...
It's 10, by the way.
10?
Yeah.
It's 10. Okay, cool. I think I've been saying 10 for the last few. I think the first time I was saying 10. 10, right. So, anyway, Violet's now a second year, and she has to wait at the parapet while the first years go.
Okay.
So...
On the finish line or at the beginning?
At the beginning where she met Zayden.
Okay.
So she's where Zayden was.
Okay.
And she's with Dane and then her brethrens, right? So anyway, they're watching people pull up to the parapet. All of a sudden, Liam's sister pulls up. So actually, he's not on there because it was becoming too many names.
Yeah, remind me of Liam.
So Liam is Zayden's foster brother.
Okay.
Who died trying to protect Violet. When they were fighting the Venin, he crashed his dragon into one of them and then died.
Yeah, I remember.
Him and his dragon died.
I remember.
But before he died, he said, please look after my little sister.
Okay.
His little sister's now pulled up.
As a first year.
She's now, Violet's gone over to her and been like, I'm going to look after you. Everything's going to be fine. Tie your hair up. Please make it across the parapet. Let's just get the fuck off me. Get the fuck off me. I know who you are. It's your fault my brother's dead.
Damn.
He died protecting your busted ass. Get your fucking hands off me before I kill you myself.
Damn.
She's like, bro, chill.
Catch a break.
Chill, please, bro. Please. I'm just trying to help you. Just help yourself. Damn. Get the fuck off me. So she goes, she crosses the parapet. Violet's like, this is going to be a tough year.
Yeah.
I'm going to look after this girl.
Fair.
Next up, they have the king. You wouldn't have met him yet in your book, but they have a king.
Okay.
One of the princes has now gone as an alias, and he has snuck himself in under a different name to be a first year as well.
Okay.
Violet, because of her mum, knows who he is.
Donnie
no one
is.
else knows who he is. So Dane, because of his dad, Violet, because of his mum, they both know he's a prince. But he's like, shut your fucking mouth. And they're like, does your dad know you're here? Because apparently the prince's older brother died in that school as well.
Okay.
So the king will lose his shit.
They mentioned that. They mentioned that bit, yeah.
So they know the king's going to lose his shit if they find out his son is in there. So anyway, they cross the parapet. They're all second years. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. Violet's trying to crack on. Zayden's a day late now. It's been 8 days and he's still not arrived. So she doesn't know if he's dead or alive. And from that distance, 10 can't talk to Scale.
no emotional...
Yeah. She can't sense Zayden. 10 can't sense Scale. They're all just like, what the fuck has happened? So Scale's... 10's cranky. 10's cranky. So anyway, do you remember when they first crossed the parapet, all the first years get there, and then Zayden addressed all the first years, and Scale rocked up, and there's loads of other dragons, and they scared everyone.
Yes.
And I remember saying they're going to sense for fear.
Yes.
Don't run, don't do anything.
I listened to that yesterday.
Gang.
Yeah.
That now, Dane's turn.
Okay.
Dane is now the Zayden.
Okay.
He's the wing leader.
Yeah.
So he tries to pull up, and Violet's like, fuck this pussy. She every 10 minutes, she's like, you're no Zayden, bro. You're no Zayden.
Damn.
You can try. You're no fucking Zayden, bro. And he's like, shut up, just let me do my job.
Facts.
I get we're not boys anymore. Let me do my job. So he's trying to address the first years. He pulls all the dragons up. His dragon, a few other dragons, and Major Varish's dragon is there, Solas, and he's got one eye. And he's a mean motherfucker.
Okay.
So anyway, chatting. All the first years like, oh, dragon, scary. Violet and the other friends are being like, do not run, do not anything. The dragons are gonna sense the fear.
Yep.
Don't do it. Bro, 2 first years say, fuck this shit.
Yep.
Bah. Solas bends over, opens his mouth, fire. It's coming directly at Violet. She jumps over Liam's little sister, puts her on the floor, fire, kills a whole wing.
He doesn't give a fuck.
He doesn't give a fuck, bro. Kills bare people.
Damn.
Bare people.
Only because 2 people dipped.
He killed the 2 people as well as like 100 other people. Violet's got a nasty burn on her back. And everyone was like, what the fuck was that?
Damn.
10 now is in Violet's mind, and he was like, what the fuck just happened? She said, this crazy ass orange dragon with one eye just burnt the whole fucking place down, killed like 100 people. 10 said, Solace is there?
Oh, so 10 isn't with Violet at this
No,
point?
he's fucked off. So Violet asked 10, do you not want to pull up for the little showcase? He said, I'm not a dancing monkey.
Been there, done that.
He said, I'm never doing parlor tricks
Yeah.
for you little kids.
Fair.
You don't know who I am.
Yeah.
And she's like, fair. He was like, you'll never see me doing little parlor things to scare first years, bro. I'm fucking 10. So she's been like, this orange fucking dragon has just burnt, killed 100 people, fucked up my back. 10's like, Solace is there? She's like, you know him? He said, 1 minute.
I can imagine. Pulls up.
Yeah, he roars, bro. He roars, bro. He flaps his wings, he roars. And everyone else can only hear a roar, but Violet hears what he says. And he says, you have no right to burn what belongs to me.
Oh, damn.
Solace
Fair.
says, what is it? 10 says, swear. Do you know what he says to him? He says, be grateful for the eye I left you.
Oh.
Solace flees. Solace flees.
Be grateful for the eye I left.
Be grateful for the eye I fucking left you. Don't ever burn my property again.
Damn.
He flees, Fuad.
Fair play.
He flees, bro.
What does Major say?
Major just pulls up like 10 minutes later.
Oh, Major's not there when
he
it
wasn't there when the
happens?
burn happened, but he came in as 10 did that thing.
Okay.
He saw his dragon
Flee off?
looks at Violet. And then Violet's like, if he wasn't my enemy before, Varish is my enemy now.
Damn.
Juicy.
That is juicy.
Juicy. So then we move in now. So that goes over. Everyone's pent up. Everyone's doing their thing. And what on?
Oh, it's sweet in
He
me.
came, he roared, bro. Everyone was terrified.
Sweet. Because I'm imagining it.
Yeah.
Because I'm listening to the books.
Yeah, bro.
I have an imagery of everything.
Oh,
It's sweet
100%,
in me.
bro.
It's sweet in me.
So then they move in and it's sparring practice.
Okay, yeah.
So they're chilling. Second years don't have to do shit. The first years are just kind of figuring stuff out, yeah? So then, I can't remember her name. Liam's little sister basically gets called to the mat. And she's fighting the prince.
Okay.
So when the teacher calls her to the mat, she says, fuck that. I want to fight Violet. The teacher says, relax. We don't do all that kind of stuff. She's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to fuck her up. Violet, now you wouldn't know this yet, but Violet's been getting trained by Imogen, who's friends with Zayden, and a couple other people.
Okay.
So she was like, I'll fuck her up, da-da-da-da-da. Teacher's like, I promise you won't. I've been watching Violet for a whole year. She'll twist you up. So anyway, she's scrapping the prince, they're sparring, blah. There was, I forgot to say, there was a Jack Barlow wannabe on the parapet.
Okay.
Who did exactly what Jack Barlow did. He's fucking huge, and he literally sprinted across the parapet like it was nothing, dashed people off.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, we got another one on our hands.
Yeah.
We got another one on our hands. So anyway, pulling up, chilling. That Wham guy has just beat someone.
Yeah.
He's come off the mat.
Yeah.
And then Violet's friend Nadine has gone like, one of Riddock or one other brethren has said like, Sorengale, it's mad that the homegirl was calling you out. The big Wambre says, did someone say Violet Sorengale? Nadine, who's Violet's brethren, goes, here we fucking go. Turns around, she says, yeah, I'm Violet Sorengale. Nice to meet you, Bellend. He says, yeah. Cracks her neck. She drops on the floor immediately.
Nadine gone.
Nadine's charged. Like it was butter and bread.
Damn.
Cracks her neck.
Damn.
Cracks her neck. She dies immediately. Everyone's like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Violet sees red.
I can imagine.
She pulls 2 daggers out. Yeah, she pulls 2 daggers out. And she was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And he's like, so wait, who's Violet then?
Yeah.
And she's like, me. Bah. She throws the daggers at him. And he's like, oh shit. Gang. Stab.
Okay.
He rips them out. Throws, boom. Goes to Hooker. She slides under him.
Yeah.
Kicks his fucking leg.
Yeah.
Slices his Achilles. He drops. He's like, shit. She goes, and then she goes to do something. He grabs her leg, flips her, and pulls her. As she's getting yanked, she goes, bitch, bang, breaks his nose.
Yeah.
Bang, breaks his fucking jaw. He's like, bah, ignoring it. Rocks her in her face, gets on top of her, strangling her, bro. Die. And then he pulls up into her and says, the people who keep the secrets die with the secrets. Then she clocks, Colonel Atos has sent this guy to kill me. This guy's an assassin. And she knows it's true because Mira, her sister, because so many people hate Lilith Sorrengail, Mira had the same issue when she was in school. Someone who hates her mum had sent an assassin to kill Mira, and Mira killed the assassin. But she knows, so everyone else thinks, oh, they've sent an assassin because they hate her mum. She knows Atos has sent an assassin here to kill me because he's talking about these secrets thing. But strangle. She manages to get another dagger, kidney, stab. She strikes him like 20 times. He dies. And she's there like, rocked. Battered, bruised, rocked, like slumped on the side like that. Everyone has to hold her up. Everyone's panicked. The teacher's like, go to the hospital now, bro. You need help. She's like, fuck that. I'm not going anywhere. This day last year, I was dragged out of here. I'm not going out like that again. Sits there, stunned.
Violence.
Violence, bro. Violence. So the day ends, she's murked, bro. She stumbles upstairs, opens her bedroom door. Zayden's chilling. He's chilling.
He's waiting.
He's chilling. And then she tries to hold stone because she still hates him because of the lion. She's like, babe. She falls into him. Babe, where have you been?
Yeah.
He cradles her. Said, what the fuck happened? She said, oh, this happened, that happened. He's like, shut up, I know. Scale told me everything.
Fair.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
He's like, let me find him. I'm going to kill everyone. She's like, relax, just hold me. Just hold me. He just bathes her and they just relax all night. And then literally they're together 2 hours, Zayden has to go home.
Damn.
And then we end it there.
Damn.
Yeah, it's getting juicy.
It is getting juicy.
It's juicy, bro.
Juicy,
yeah. So I'm enjoying it, man.
Same, like, this was again, because I'm a lot more deeper into the audiobooks, I've gained a lot more context. Even though you have been explaining it to me, I understand it more now because I understand like a lot more of the characters and stuff like that. Where I'm up to now is Violet has just gotten Ten and Dana. Like they've written it in the books that these are my dragons.
The 3v1 was crazy, a lie.
The 3v1. Oh yeah,
when she protected Dana?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And I didn't know that they could speak to the dragons or the dragons could hear. Obviously, when you were explaining, I think you didn't mention that part. So I didn't know how they communicated. So obviously they showed that part, or they read out that part. So that bit is good. And I think that's the main crux of where I'm at the moment.
Gang.
It's good, man.
It's juicy, bro.
It's good.
It's
and
juicy.
I didn't know that Brennan left a book for Mira, which Mira then passed on to Violet.
And it's just been following through the thing. Yeah, sick.
She's reading the stuff. I'm like, oh, this is from Brennan, page 50, this, that, and the other.
It's good.
So yeah, man. They did mention that there is another, because Ten is a black dragon, the biggest one.
Second biggest.
Yeah, because they mentioned that another big dragon came about.
The other big black dragon, is the Lilith's boss, the ultimate general. Okay. So it goes king, general, then Lilith general, then everyone else. Okay. The other general, they would have mentioned, he can see the outcome of battles before they've happened. Okay. He has the biggest dragon. Okay. And he rules all the dragons. And then 10 is like second in command.
Yeah, because he pulls up for some reason. I can't remember why.
Threshing, right?
Threshing, yeah. Pulls up at Threshing,
yeah. I think he pulls up at the end of Threshing. He's the biggest dragon.
Because, he pulls up and then 10 squares up towards him and then like she's in between like his claws or something. So, yeah.
Crazy.
That was it.
Crazy.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, that's Daddy Fancy for this week. It's good. It's good.
That's sweet.
Bray came in and roared.
That's sweet. I can imagine.
Okay, cool.
With the eye I left you. Be grateful with the eye I left you.
Be grateful for the eye I left you, bro.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was a bar.
That's
he
insane.
fled, bro.
I'm very, very excited for this to turn into a series. I really hope it's done well.
Same.
I really hope it's done well.
It's always up and down with these things, man.
Yeah, I hope it's not like what's that Lord of the Rings series remake thing?
Rings of Power.
Rings of Power. Oh.
First season was so dead.
They're both dead.
We're like the biggest budget show or something.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's so
Dead,
unfair,
bro.
man. So I really, really hope it follows the footsteps of like House of the Dragon, Lord of the Rings even as well, and as well as
Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, them kind of thing. Yeah, bro.
Hope.
So good.
I really hope.
Yeah, and it's tough it is tough as well when it's so much harder to be satisfied with a show when you've read the books.
This is why I don't read books.
Yeah,
this is why
because
I've always said I don't read books because
they're never going to get it perfect.
Yeah, they can't.
They can't. It's impossible.
They can't,
And
yeah.
everyone's imagination is unique. So when the director or whoever writes the show or the film, they're doing it from their perspective. And then your perspective could be slightly different.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, they didn't do this right. They didn't do that right. They're not going to get everything right.
And there's so much complexities, even in halfway through the first book that I'm in, like that halfway through can be a season. It can't be, they can't rush it.
Yeah, 100%.
They can't rush it at all.
This is why I ride for animation. It's so much easier to get it right.
100%.
It's so much easier to get it right. And for me, I know a lot of people don't like animation. For me, it hits home.
It does hit home because everything how you've imagined it is how you're seeing it.
Yeah, exactly. They can do whatever
Because
they
they can
want.
do what they want with it.
Yeah. But yeah.
If they animate this,
Oh, it'd be crazy.
damn. If they animate this,
It'd be crazy.
It would be crazy.
Yeah, sick. Anyway, question of the week.
Question of the week. Wow. Guys, thank you for sticking around for this long. But the question of the week this week is, what's your most embarrassing memory from school? And I'm just going to jump right in. Shit slipped through my shorts in gym class during tug of war.
You were straining. Shit slipped through your shorts.
Through the shorts during tug of war.
That's disgusting, bro.
That's insane, bro.
The time I was lining up for PE in year 8 in the playground, and a bird decided to shit on my head right in the middle of everyone. Imagine their reaction.
Touch wood. I've never been shot on before by a bird.
It's horrible.
Yeah. It happened. I was this close. This close for it to happen in, I think it was the tail end of the America tour in New York. And I went to a store. I think I was looking for like cargos or something. And I came outside. And the guy was like, "Oh, you Fuhad X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah." And he came out. He worked in the shop. He came out. Let's say I'm here by the door. He's literally at the edge of the door here, but shat on his hand, and he was giving me a phone or something. Shat on his hand.
Oh,
I
damn.
was this close.
What was your reaction?
I didn't know what it was. I heard something, but I didn't see anything. Yeah. And he was like, "What? Did a bird just shit on me?" I was like, I took 2 steps back.
I bet, bro.
I took 2 steps back.
I bet, bro. Don't touch me.
Carried on with my day.
That's dread.
Carried on with my day. What's your most embarrassing memory from school? I wanted to hear how the word oral was pronounced, but I had my phone on loud volume in the library.
Oral.
Oral. Yes, it's going to sound so monotonous, so robotic.
Right. Most embarrassing memory from school. I had a crush on this new guy in primary school. He became popular. I didn't. So I admired from afar. I put a note in his bag saying he's got a secret admirer and to meet after school to find out who it is. My friend met with him because I was too scared. He told her I'm too fat. Someone replied to that and said, "Was this a wake-up call or are you still fat?"
Oh my God.
The internet's out of control.
Oh my God.
Someone needs to regulate because that's out of pocket.
You need mods.
Was this a wake-up call or are you still fat?
Out of pocket is correct. Oh my
Wow, bro. You shouldn't be able to comment on stuff like
Yeah,
that.
you can't, man. What's your most embarrassing memory from school? In year 5, I snuck into swimming group A from swimming group C and almost drowned trying to show off.
I bet. You don't fuck around with the swim groups, bro.
Almost drowned trying to show off.
Brother, you don't fuck around. And they used to do ribbons when I was in school. When they used to make me wear the little Speedos because we weren't allowed to wear trunks. I had a little blue ribbon on mine. I tried to pull up and apply for a green ribbon. Yeah. So I remember this was bitch in a year below me. And I was like, how is she a year below me and in green ribbon? It's not making sense. Yeah. So I applied. I nearly drowned. They were doing like butterfly and then
fuck that stroke.
Bro, I nearly drowned. I swallowed a whole liter of it. I swallowed a whole liter and they sent me straight back to blue. I remember getting out the pool with my little tight things and just
disheveled.
Straight back to blue. Where I'm safe.
Oh my God.
In the shallow end.
Yeah. Butterfly? Yeah, you can't catch you doing that.
That's a pointless stroke.
Yeah. Fuck that stroke, man.
It's a pointless stroke, bro. After 2 years of crushing on this one thing, I finally manned up and stepped to her. I said, hi. The same time, her friend walked up and said, who's this unbleached arsehole looking thing talking to you? They both died of laughter and I died inside.
unbleached asshole looking thing. Oh, it's always the friend.
The friend always has something to say in it because no one's talking to you.
Block.
You want to come
Wow.
up and say some shit.
That is
Unbleached arsehole looking thing.
brutal. That's brutal.
Also, why would I bleach my arse? I'm in school. I'm in school. What do you mean unbleached arsehole? They both died of laughter.
I would too. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's such a heinous
Yeah,
part. I would
it's
piss myself.
It's like, what?
Yeah, I couldn't be approached by a girl and I'm entertaining it and you pull up and be like, who's this unbleached arsehole looking thing? I would fall over laughing in her face. And I feel so bad. I'll be pissing myself.
won't be able to help
And then
it.
when I see you laughing, it would make me laugh even more. Because you know what you said is funny.
I'll be
Yeah,
grabbing
yeah. And I would be there howling.
shaking.
And she'd be there just murked.
unbleached
And I'd
arsehole.
be like, it's not even making sense. Like, don't be hurt by it. He's chatting shit. And then you'll be laughing like that now. And that'll make me laugh again. She'll be like, you guys are pricks. You're both pricks.
Oh my God.
That's so stupid.
Oh my God. Most embarrassing memory from school. They caught me on camera standing against the wall when a fight broke out. I was terrified. Just peeled.
They could have pulled it up.
Oh my
They
God.
could have pulled it up.
It's like when
Oh, that's too funny.
it's like when you see videos of CCTV footage of someone stealing something and they pan to the real person in the office and they just look at their face like, fuck me. Oh, it's too funny, bro.
Bro, that's too funny. They put a video of me hugging a wall. Wow.
I was shook. Last one from me. What's your most embarrassing memory from school? People spread a rumor that I had no ovaries because I refused to date a guy.
That doesn't even make sense.
Bro,
Rumors get carried away. And you'll believe anything.
facts.
Yeah. You could believe, like, someone could say, oh, you know, Lauren was raised by wolves.
Bro,
I'll be like, damn.
have you guys watched the new season of Black Mirror?
No, not yet.
So episode 2. So obviously, you know, Black Mirror, originally UK British actors. Since then, they've been doing American as well as British. Episode 2 is British. It's about a woman that's coming back for revenge on all the people that did her dirty in high school. And one of the main actress spread a rumor about this girl saying that she shined off like a geography teacher.
Shine.
And called her
Shine! I ain't had shines in years.
Shine is top.
She shined off a geography teacher.
something like that, and they used to call her Milkmaid.
Damn.
Yeah, so she's come back for revenge, but she has this tool where anything she says and while she's pressing this button comes to life.
Oh.
And it could be anything. You could say something like, KFC is no longer KFC, it's KFD. And the internet will, if you type in KFC, it won't exist on the internet. It will be
Oh,
KFC.
shit.
So it's kind of like that kind of shit. It's a very, very good episode. Bar the ending. It's a very, very good episode.
Okay, cool.
But it reminds me of that when you said like bullies and shit, because people can be fucking heinous. But her revenge was insane.
It reminds me of that Korean thing that we watched. Remember? Where the homegirl
No Glory.
Yeah, No Glory.
Oh!
Yeah. They burnt her.
There's a new one. I've not seen it, but I have a feeling it's going to be heavy. I think there's one called like Weak Hero or Weakest Hero. It's a Korean drama that's on Netflix. It just looks like it would be heavy.
Okay, sick.
I'm going to lock into that.
All right, gang.
Was that, so it's in 9.4 or 8.4?
8.4.
Yeah, that's still heavy, bro.
That's still good. Right, guys, that was a really good episode, really
was
long
a good
episode. I had a lot of fun.
Same.
So thank you, guys. As always, guys, head over to patreon.com/ShxtsnGigs if you want to catch an extra episode on Thursday. And if you want to see our Log Cabin show on Saturday,
Yes, sir.
it's £3 a month.
That'd be it.
Run the P.
SNG.
And love.
Gang, gang.